Good evening, I'm John Carter and welcome to Poland Daily Business. The Polish oil and gas giant PGNiG is increasing its investment in Norwegian oil and gas fields. The company currently has a stake in 20 concessions off the Norwegian coast. Oil and gas has been tapped at 5 of those, but production will start at 2 additional concessions in 2020. It will help to increase the total yearly production from 2.14 billion cubic metres at present to 2.5 billion in 2022. PGNiG has confirmed that the company will work towards acquiring additional concessions in the near future. The high levels of production in Norway are expected to increase profits for the Polish state treasury, which owns 72% of the company's stocks. Poland might be about to build 2 new submarine power cables connecting the country's electrical grid with Denmark and Lithuania. Polish PSE and Danish Energinet are considering a 600-megawatt power cable connection between the 2 countries, which will become operational in 2033. The cost of the venture is estimated at 2.7 billion zloty, which amounts to 655 million euros. The investment could help to lower energy prices in Poland, as well as significantly decreasing the country's CO2 emissions. A planned new submarine power cable between Żarnowiec in Poland and Darbinai in Lithuania could help the Baltic states end their dependency on the Russian electricity grid. Furthermore, Brussels considers it vital to synchronise the European Union's electricity grid with the Baltic states and has offered EU funds for the project. The Polish city of Łódź is experiencing a welcome economic boost thanks to its role in the Belt and Road Initiative, otherwise known as the Silk Road Economic Belt. The initiative connects Łódź and the Chinese city Chengdu by rail and has become a thriving logistics trade route. After an underwhelming start in 2013, which saw just 10 trains arrive, business has rapidly been on the rise, with 500 trains expected to arrive in Łódź this year. According to Krzysztof Piątkowski, the deputy mayor of the city of Łódź, stated that Łódź is now the most important logistics and warehousing link in Central Europe. Thank you very much for joining me here this evening at Poland Daily Business. I'm John Carter. Now it's over to Alexander Wierzewski.
Poland Daily Business Edition. Welcome to our show. Jakub Wiech of Energy 24. Sir, welcome. We speak a lot about new power plant. The tale about Polish nuclear energy is 40 years old right now, yep. Something like that. Yet we still have no single reactor generating power.
Actually, we do have, but it's used for nuclear,
research.
Yes, for research purposes. We do have, but well, as you said, the detail of a Polish nuclear reactor is well.
Where we are now.
Where we are now? Well, we are now somewhere between the birth of the project and between the actual decision. And now we are losing the momentum, in my opinion, because the current government in Warsaw has a majority in the parliament and actually has a political force to make a nuclear power plant real. But they are not using that force. They are not making any step forward.
Why they are hesitating to pick up the provider of the Polish nuclear plant?
Well, in my opinion, it stems from the fact that the nuclear power plant is very important, a very expensive thing. I mean, Minister Tchórzewski said that it will cost around 70 billion zlotys. So it's like 3 years of 500 plus program. It's a lot of money. We are not sure who should pay for that. Minister Tchórzewski said that the nuclear power plant will be built thanks to the money from the entities, from the Polish entities like Orlen, like Lotos. But however, I cannot imagine that these companies are investing so much and are waiting for the return for like 15, 20 years. So in the current conditions,
their shareholders are not happy
yes,
with the idea
exactly,
of such an
exactly,
prolonged and huge investment.
Exactly.
Technological-wise, the current nuclear power design is 50, 60 years old. Why? Maybe we should. It is wise to wait for a new designs to come up on the market.
I mean, if we are talking about the nuclear power plant, we have to remember that the technology must be imported to Poland from other countries. So we may rely on technology brought by Japanese, brought by Americans, brought by French, or brought
Koreans.
by Koreans, exactly, or by the Chinese, actually.
Obviously, we mean South Korea.
Yeah, right.
To make it clear.
Yes. However, I know that some negotiations were on their way last year, but we do not have any result that may be a sign of.
Are there any leaks that compare cost of nuclear energy to costs of other sources?
Well, there was a leak about the Chinese offer. It was 250 billion zlotys, and it was combined with transfer of technology to Poland, with building some factories in Poland. So it was like the overall offer of huge investment.
And the Chinese offer is a quite modern nuclear power, basically copycat of some latest Westinghouse design.
It is. I mean, China is the country that invests most money in the world. This is the biggest investor in the world when it comes to nuclear energy now. So it was a very serious offer. However, I guess that we are not ready for that kind of investment in Poland.
And binding our country with China may not be a very good idea. Another discussions are our politicians looking to the new modular small reactor designs like New Power, New Scale companies is very close to certification in the United States.
Yes, I mean this may be a solution, but we have to analyze if it fits to our energy system. We have to analyze what kind of capacity do we need. And Minister Tchórzewski suggested that we need something around 3 gigawatts of nuclear energy. So I guess that it will be cheaper to build one big nuclear power plant. It will be safer, of course, than to make it.
Are there any official comparisons who are getting dollar by dollar and compare different energy sources, their usage and investment in that?
Well, it's quite difficult because you have to divide the whole process of building the power plant and of operating the power plant. So the building of energy power plant is, of course, the most expensive way of producing energy. However, the operating of the nuclear power plant is relatively very cheap because you don't have to worry about the emissions. It's extremely safe in comparison to.
And the crew is several people.
Yes, and yeah, you don't have to worry about the trains with coal, for example, and like in comparison to the coal blocks.
Okay, so we will see whether till the end of the year the issue will be fixed. Next year are elections, or probably this will not come on the table. So the next time the things can be discussed is 2020, make or break, this year or 2 years from now. Jakub Wiech of Energetyka 24 was our guest.
Thank you.
Thank you, server. And please, that was it for tonight's Poland Daily Business.